One of the things that I see a lot of is the belief of cybersecurity people that insurance is kind of their enemy a little bit, that the insurance is there taking their budget, preventing them from investing in security. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that I do agree. I don't know if that's as pronounced now as it used to be. When I was, back in the early days, writing articles and, posting online, speaking about what is cyber insurance, what does it cover, I would literally get, nasty emails from people or comments on posts saying, stop talking about this. You should stop talking about insurance. It's a waste of money. They should be spending money on controls. And so I don't hear that as much anymore, but I mean, there's so many problems with that, that mindset. First of all, number one is the assumption that no matter how much, if you put money towards your controls, you will never have an incident, which, unfortunately, we all know that's not true. And just like in any other risk transfer situation, if you look at property insurance, for example, you still have your sprinkler system, you still have your fire alarms, you still have your fire extinguishers, etc. But you still buy your property insurance. And so you can't control all those risks. And the other fundamental problem with that mindset is cybersecurity, coverage for cybersecurity risks is only one part of cyber insurance. There's the liability coverage, for the lawsuits. There's the privacy coverage, which is so important now. We're seeing more and more and more media coverage, tech E&O coverage, all of these things. So that mindset and that argument completely ignores all of that. And so I'm glad, at least in my experience, I'm not sure what you're saying, Anthony, but I'm glad in my experience, I don't hear that as much as I used to.
Yeah, I think it's definitely more neutral, perhaps, and I think my view is probably more, European focused, just from living here in the UK. In terms of people I'm talking with, typically are, if they're friends of mine and they work in, a large bank or they work in a, cybersecurity consultancy, it's perhaps a slightly different group of people that we're engaging with, maybe a little bit less developed than the US. But I do think, it's something that people kind of understand is one of the tools they can use now, and it's not thought of as the enemy of cybersecurity. It's like, okay, this is another tool kind of, that we can use.